Hello, good morning. Hello, Demolroy. How are you doing today? Good morning. Looking at things, I'm actually surprised we have a README. So I kind of set this up, I think, before we started. But yeah, I don't think this is gonna be fine. You're doing well. Thanks for asking. Awesome. I brought some food down here for Zilby, so he's eating right now, but he's out of sight, so no point to the camera. But maybe he'll jump up after he's done, and he won't just wander off to go check out the rest of the house. Okay, so what do we have here? So in our top description, we've been hired to create an API for a bookstore. We'll need to set up a server along with the database and seed it with some books and authors so our client can start selling their books. Let's see. Objectives. This assessment is checking the following skills. Okay, using CRM to connect to a database. I guess like right now it's using CRM, but there's nothing that's really requiring that this be CRM in the assessment part of it. So I could make this, I could just say connecting to a database. Aw, Zilby, you're okay. Well, he finished eating and wandered off, as he does. All right, set up a database with migrations using CRM. Do something like that. Set up a database with migrations, seeding initial data. CRUD. CRUD. Simple queries. Many-to-many join. Inserting, updating, deleting. Okay. Ooh, I should say CRUD, so so we could do create, which is inserting a row into a table, inserting a join into a table. Then reading. Okay, so then we getting one item, getting many items, getting items with their referenced. Okay, getting items with a referenced something. Getting items with their reference data items. So updating and then deleting with Cascade. Okay. Since this is an assessment, we aren't going to be implementing auth for this API. Why don't I just leave it there? We're focused on the database connection and creating the data. Okay, instructions: clone and check out the assessment to your local system, or use a VM like GitHub code spaces. Read the objective and rubric to see what you need to do to pass the assessment. Open the code in an editor and review what it looks like. So I guess now we also have to add in spin up a database. The solution uses Postgres, but you can use any database you'd like. If you want, I guess, spin up a database. A database is provided Docker using the command. I think it's just Docker compose up. Open the code in editor and review what it looks like. Since the assessment is only testing for the skills listed above, some of the application has already been created. All you need to do is update the code so that the tests pass. Comments have been added to the code to give guidance as to which files need to be updated. Some files may need to be created. The check.sh script will run the tests and check the code for linting and code formatting warnings. To pass the check.sh script, to pass the check.sh, the check script must pass. You can run this yourself to see if everything is passing. The output of the commands are appended to a file named check.app. To run the test on their own, run the command cargo test. This can help see what remains to be done without having to run check.sh and look through the check.out file. A solution for this is on the solution branch. You can check this out locally or view it on GitHub to see one way to solve the assessment and pass it. In development, spin up a data. If you want to inspect the database itself, you have a couple of options. Connect directly using PSQL or a GUI database tool from your system. By default, the database username is Postgres and the password is keyboardcat. I feel like I should do something like that. Make it bold. Connect to the Docker container directly and run PSQL inside it with the command docker compose exec database PSQL-u Postgres from the root of the project. Okay, rubric. To pass this assessment, the following needs to be done. All right, well, we haven't written any of these. Good morning, stacking. Why do we feel like we were about to do the exercise they do in elementary school with the PB&J sandwich? Wait, you think we're gonna... This makes you feel we're about to do that? Or is it just bringing you back to, like, it's just bringing you back to those, like, school days? and making you feel that. I did the PB&J sandwich exercise at least once, but not to kids. I did it to adults on the first day of code school, when they started, to try to help get everybody into the mindset of like, you need every command. It wasn't just about like the logic trap thing. It was more about like, computers are dumb. That's an honorary right for parents to do with kids and screw up all the institutions. Yeah, that's true. That being said, I have I was disappointed because my parents never did that with me. And so I had no idea that people did that with their kids. I thought that was just a fun little exercise that every once in a while people did to like try to show off like logic building skills. And so I was disappointed that most of the adults sort of got it right away. And that, at looking back on it, that explains why so many of them just like sort of figured it out instantaneously, despite the fact that several of them have never touched programming before, and so hadn't really like thought of computers that way. And that's one of the things that like we had to help sort of work around is, oh, hey, the computers need every task. You can't just say, now build the rest of the, CRUD app. But it was nice. I was able to reference that moment, like for the rest of that entire course, by saying like, "Hey, it's a PB&J time. You've gotta like, it's dumb. You gotta go back and like tell them every friggin' single step." Okay, to pass this assessment, the following needs to be done. So, connection to database set up. We need migration set up. So, database migrations for database migrations, creating tables for authors, books, and book authors. Database seeds. Set up to create three authors, or I guess like to create the following users, the following authors and books. Let's see. Route created to insert an author. I want to do like CRUD, right? So C. Okay, so we have the routes for author, route created to insert a book, route created to get one book, route created to get all books, route created to update a book, route created to delete a book. Okay, and then route created to associate book with author. Okay, so I think that's everything we have for tests. Check.sh script is passing. Okay, so then this will be data to be seeded. Oh, we should do I guess this is not really like a full ERD, but like, okay, so tables to create. So we'll have how do I want to do this? Do I want like an actual table? Or do I want to just do something like we have authors, primary key, ID, string. Oh, wait, integer auto incrementing. We're obviously gonna have to put this up here and take a look to see how it feels. Okay, so we have ID, integer auto incrementing. We have name, and I think that was it. Let's do string. Okay, so then we have books. ID, integer, auto, incrementing, name, string. We should go, okay. Ooh, we go into entity. Okay, so we did authors. Yeah, author has an ID and a name. And so books has an ID, name, price, which is ooh, I kind of like the idea of throwing a colon in here. The real Enrico Palazzo. Hello, good morning. You want me to go take a quick break and go find Zilby? Sure. I'll go see if I can find Zilby and bring him back. All right, I'll be right back. All right. Found him. He was upstairs. Oh, and we got some little nice little purrs. I know, he is a mini lion. If I got a oh, do you want your tail? No. Kind of do. He especially likes me to scratch like the back of his neck right here. If you had a bigger apartment, you get a catto as well. Yeah, this place, like, I feel like I would love to get a sibling. I think this place is big enough for more than one cat. But yeah, I totally understand. I've lived in apartments where I'm like, I would love a pet, and I don't think it would be healthy for one. That being said, I wonder if there's places near you, like shelters that like have pets that are good for small spaces. I don't know. And if you ever want like to go hang out with cats, go to a shelter. Every single one I know has rooms filled with cats that they've rescued that they want to get used to being with a multitude of humans, and so they'll just let you go in and just hang out with cats, and that's it. Like that, the no payment, no nothing. They'll just go hang out with cats. You don't even have to volunteer. You can't. Yeah, that's true. You can see some people making whole parkour tracks in their homes for their cat. That being said, like if you have room to stand up, you can create a vertical space. Like if you have the time and the energy and a little bit of money for it, you could create like a vertical space. That way, not only do they have the room in the horizontal level. Oh, you want your tail now? But you could have like jumping places for them. So it's not full parkour, but something. Used to have a cat at your parents' place, had to put her down eventually. Was a tough day. 29 years old? That's amazing. I thought I had cats that were living a long time. They were 19, 21, and I think our oldest was like 22, maybe 23. But yeah, 29, that is ancient for a cat. All right, are you done? Oh. Are you gonna hang out in here, Zilby? Zilby, you wanna hang out here? He's thinking about it. That's kind of pushing for the Guinness record. Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, Zilby doesn't want to hang out with us. But we've got some pets in. All right. We have name. Okay, so price is going to be a integer. Then in stock, is going to be a Boolean. I think all of these are required, aren't they? So, do I feel like, I don't know if I want to necessarily tell them this is how to do that. Okay, books, and then we have book authors. Okay, so then here we have, oh, right, I remember. I want to do this to like show off that, hey, you don't have to have the primary key be an ID. Because this is one of the things that I noticed that students all the time had was like they felt like they have to have an ID column for everything, regardless if they needed to or not. Like they could have a primary key be a combination of things. Am I going to do a 20, 30 minute vids or short ones like before? Yes. So the idea, and here I can show the plan. No, don't create that. So the plan here is that each of these circles is going to be a video and an article. So I want to do a YouTube video of these and then an article also, so you can read and watch, or I guess it should be read and or watch, because I think they're going to cover pretty much the same things. So that way, if you really like videos and those work best for you, that will work out. And if you really like articles and those work best for you, those are going to work out. Although I'm not used to the written notes, so the videos might be better the first time around. And then we have the assessments that cover the things that you're taught in the articles. So I'm starting with the end in mind, so that this is an actual this is a teaching strategy where it's like, okay, we're starting here. I want to, now I know what to put in each of these, right? It's like to solve this thing. It's like the video and the article will be to help you complete this. And then these ones are also going to be videos / articles, but they're not going to be part of the assessment. Does that answers that question, right? Okay, and then also primary key, we have book ID. It's an integer. All right, so we have that. And then we have seeds. ETA on finishing. So I have, let's see, we're working on bookstore API. I am like, after looking through all this stuff and how much is in here, and I've been sort of playing around with auth on my own for this. I don't really like what I have on auth. Like it would work. I just don't know if it's going to provide the right value that I want to. So I'm actually thinking I'm going to remove auth like that. And then this is going to be the entire thing. So we've got assessments through bookstore. I need to write assessments to cover the rest of these. And then I need to write the articles and record the videos. Once those are all done, the course can start. Probably not 2 to 3 weeks. The other problem is that I have a day job. So pretty much the only time that I've been able to work on this is what you've been able to see, like in the morning streams. I'm able to work a little bit on sort of like preparing and like experimenting with some stuff on Sundays for part of the day. And that's it. Potentially, potentially. It really depends on how fast I can write articles and record videos for these two. Hopefully they should be pretty short, so that's going to be fine. But I don't know. I don't want to necessarily put a date on it right now, because what I would hate to do is rush at the very end to put out a really low quality product just to make an arbitrary deadline that I just made up myself. So, and I don't want to set expectations that then gets broken. So I think more of, you can, I guess for this one is I'll just keep on showing progress, and you can sort of judge on your own. So a lot of articles still need to get written, and I still need to get used to. So I'm figuring that the first few of those articles are going to take a long time to write. And then I'm going to get in the groove, and then it should be faster once I figure it out. I can use a bit of AI to transpose your voice into text from streams. You tend to explain a lot what you're doing already. Might as well use those snippets. Yeah, that might work out. I suppose I can also start with some of these not having full written articles, but just the videos too. I might do that as well. So I'm not completely sure. We'll have to play around with that. I'll have to play around with that. And if I do that and I don't have to do the written articles, then yeah, that cuts down time significantly. That said, I'm also planning on making, as you can see, I'm doing a significant number of these live. So you're sort of getting a preview of the course, / you can kind of go through a little bit and play around with it. This is, by the way, what I consider the free tier of the course, is essentially going through and watching the stream, and then finding these hidden in YouTube and playing around with them. This should be a table. Do I remember how to create a table? I don't remember how to create a table in Markdown. And I don't have snippets here, I don't believe, for doing that. Do I? No. I think it's something like that, and then it's bar, and then the name of something, and then bar, and then name of something like that. But I don't remember off the top of my head. Let's go look it up. There's a tables generator for Markdown tables. MDN has one? Okay, so this here creates a table head. These go into the table heads, and then table body, and then these go into the table bodies. So that's what I need to do. So I don't need a top one like this. It's just sidebars with the top. Okay, so this would be basically I might do this as multiple then, right? So, oh, I probably still want this to be like authors. Okay, so we have ID and name. Then you have, yeah, something at the end. And so we're going to have ID 1, and then name. What do I have? Oh, I have like actual C's that we can play with. Let's go up here. Well, I can go to here. This makes more sense. Table authors. Okay, so ID 1, your name is unpublished. 2 is 1 book. 3 is multiple books. Okay, and if I remember correctly, there's a way... what was the line? There was a way to align this. Oh, I forget. Type ampersand to align the contents of the selections. Okay. Oh, yeah, that works out really well. Perfect. Oh, did I need a horizontal bar? I do. Okay, so there's a horizontal bar in here. Like this. Oh yeah, and that gives a little bit of color to the titles. So perfect. All right, so we're going to have ID, name, rice in stock. Let's not worry about the title yet. I'll deal with that after we align everything. Okay, we'll have 1. You are a free book. Your price is 0, and you are true. 2. You are an expensive book. You are 10 to 3. You are true. You're also available. And unavailable book. And that's it. Ooh, so this is interesting. Ooh, I wonder. Okay, so I wonder if I could do this. We select everything, and then I want to search on the bars. If I do that, can I align you up right? Oh, yes, I can. So easy. And then I throw you in. Okay, and then finally we have book authors. Which you are misspelled. Okay, so we have book ID, author ID. All right, so we're gonna start with. Oh, I did the opposite way around. Let's change that. Okay, so author ID, book ID. So we have 2 matches with 1, 3 matches with 2, and 3 matches with 3. I'm actually curious if I put something in here like that. I know we have at least this many. Oh yeah, okay, that just works as expected. Okay. So that kind of makes me want to do these as tables too. So if I were to say if it's a primary key or not, column name, column type. Which in that case, I need this here still. Nope, don't do that. Okay, so we're gonna have primary key, column name would be ID, and column type would be integer. Maybe we just do an int. You skip, and then you are name, you are a string. You are not happy. Nope, don't want that. Oh, I need you to be separated out. Okay. But yeah, that works out pretty well. All right, we want basically the same thing here, right? All right, primary key, column name, column type. We have ID and int. We have name. Okay, so name is a string. Price, which is an int. And we have in stock. Nope. Skip you for primary key. In stock, which is a bool. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so primary key. You are going to be the author ID int. Book ID int. B Porter, hello, good morning. How are you doing today? Okay, and then we have the seeds. So I could do the same thing that I did here and turn these into that. I like that a little bit more. You're supposed to be triple. Like that. Good morning, Bofu to you. And welcome, welcome. How are you doing today? Okay, I kind of want to see how this is gonna look, but we also need to make our everything pass. So let's do that, I suppose. So you guys like added more instructions. Read me. You're not too bad. You just got some food and you're about to burn it all coding horrendous code. Well, you know, like we do. Like we do. Sometimes horrendous code is fine. Let's see. I want to... Okay, let's do a cargo T. Failed to format. Left behind trailing white space. Author queries. Okay, author queries line 51. I want to go to 51. Go do that. Yep, there is an extra white space there. I wonder if I should show white space. That's something I can do in Helix. That might make it easier to see. Okay, let's... Okay, code formatted correctly. Cargo check passed. Clippy is happy. Tests are passing. All checks passing. Perfect. Okay, so that was it. Let's update Helix to show us the white space. I also wonder if I can get it to run cargo check. I have it running Clippy, and so having it do both might be a problem. Oh, you're talking about writing good quality code is annoying at first? Helping a long run? Because I also agree with that too. Oh, white space in the editor. Yeah. Let's do that. Okay, so it's in our config, Helix. Okay, so I think it's here in config, but I don't have any autocomplete for this. We need to go hunting. No, not commands. It's configuration. Bet we could find it with... Okay. Options for rendering white. They have an entire white space section. So editor.whitespace. Okay, so we have two choices here. We have render and characters. Okay, so we have render all. Use set whitespace render all to temporarily enable visible whitespace. Okay, so I'm... Oh, and then characters... Are these the default? Let's try it. Let's do render... Okay, so if I do that, and then we can reload, config reload. There we go. Okay, so this shows us the new lines at the very, okay, for each one. How does this look to you? Is this something that will like drive you all crazy if you're looking at it all the time? Let's go and we can go to the code too. Doesn't look horrible. The character for the return is nice. I like that's pleasing to the eye. I can see the dots maybe being a little bit busy, but they're not like white compared to everything else. So they sort of fade a little bit back. That's nice. So I think I can get used to this. The good thing, it will do the difference between dots and tabs if you're not using tabs as 3 spaces or whatever the feature may be. I don't remember either. Let's find out. So where am I? I'm right here. So let's do... So if I come here and I do tab That's 4 spaces. Yeah, I think I might be doing... I didn't set it here. I don't even know how to set that. It looks like I don't have an option to say if it's going to be tabs or spaces. What's interesting is that I have it trying to do a tab. I don't see a difference here. Okay, so yeah, if I tab, this looks exactly like spaces. Which is the same here. No, I don't know. I know. Most of the... So, wait. Are you... Yeah, so a tab is supposed to be a little arrow like this. Tab pad is a dot, just like a space. Tabs will look like arrow ... depending on tab width. No, I don't see an arrow. Okay. There was also this other thing. Indent guides. I'm curious about this. Let's add the indent guides. Okay, so indent guides, render true. Maybe, well, I'll just leave. These are the defaults, I think. I have no idea where that ended up doing. Oh, okay, here we go. So here's some indent guides right here. Oh, I don't hate that. That's actually... Okay, so my initial thought, that's actually kind of nice. It breaks up some of the space to sort of show where the beginning of the line is. We'll have to play with it to see if my brain works with it long term or not. Yeah, we'll have to play with it. I don't think I'm doing any like hardcore coding today. But we're gonna have to play with it. So far, like initial like 5-second look in it, I like it. Okay, so we got you set up. We got you passing. Is there a command for format? So format. Okay, so we could do format the file, format selection. I can't like format every file. That's too bad. That would have been nice. Okay, so that's formatted everything. Let's make sure everything's passing still. Okay, you're all good and done. All right, so I'm on this rewrite branch. Let's merge this into main. Let's go take a look at how this looks. Okay, no. I'm glad it doesn't like show anything here. Yeah, you're fine. I find GitHub's warning a little bit interesting, where it's telling me constantly, "Hey, we're about to turn on 2FA." It's like I have 2FA on. I've had it on for a long time. You can stop telling me that you're about to turn it on and that I'm going to lose access to my account if I don't turn it on. All right. What did we call this? This is Bookstore API. So let's see how this all looks. Oh no. Our tables. Oh no, that didn't work out at all. Okay, well that's apparently not how to do tables in GitHub Markdown. That's how to do tables in just, I guess, normal Markdown. All right. I was looking for GitHub flavored Markdown spec. But apparently this is not. Okay, did I do something wrong here? Yeah, that's true. I don't know which ones actually use. Wait. I've used tables before. I have actually used tables before. We can go find one of mine. Let's go back to GitHub. What was it? It was in the full stack. I'm missing the vertical bars in the separator line between the heading and rows. Did they have this here and I just... Oh, they did have that there and I completely forgot. You're right. I did miss that. Okay, so... I want to... Huh, interesting. So let's do this as select line here, search for space bar space. Ooh, you don't like this because you need to be a space too. Do you need to be a bar at the begin? Oh, you need to be a bar at the beginning and end as well. That made it all red, which is not a good sign. Oh, hi, Zilby. Do you want to sit in my lap? Okay. Well, Zilby's sitting in my lap, so he's not really. Oh, sorry. Okay, never mind. He's back. Interesting. Okay, so there's that, and then also we have in U, we have this table here. So like that actually does something. This was too small. Okay. Sorry, this might be a little bit small for you, but I can put everything in one line and take a look at it. So we have vertical bar, space, title, and then that pattern goes on to the end. And then the same thing. So vertical bar and then horizontal all the way down. So I think this might work. Let's try that one. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I guess we'll buffer close. No, that's just buffer close all. Interesting how it was everything was fine until that last one, and it was like, nope, you're all red now. Which that might be okay, or it might not be. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, it likes that a lot more. So we're gonna use this style. So okay, what do we need to do? Search you. Basically, I want to find every vertical bar. I probably want to find every vertical bar. You become a vertical bar. Can't move to space to the right because that last one. Okay. Oh, I was hoping that my dot would do the right thing, but it did not. Rambo GPT, hello. Good morning. How are you doing today? I'm doing pretty good. We're playing. Apparently, I did mark down tables wrong, so we're fixing that, which is fun. Awesome, that's great to hear. All right, so I think I have to do this twice. I can't do it in space, so when I search for that, that allows me to replace you with that, which is great. But then I need... I'm gonna guess what I could do is search for... bar dash, that's the end. Place you with that. No, that didn't do it. Okay. I don't know if I have a good one yet for this. Oh, word goes all the way to the end? Word counts those bars? That sucks. Okay. Close. And that's it. Okay. So... okay, now we have actual tables, and they look good. There we go. Okay, so I think I'm happy about this assessment now. Let's see. So this is the main branch. Let's go ahead and delete the other branch. Okay, so I want to do a git branch delete. What is it called? This was the rewrite. Okay. I forget how to do. I can do a. I forget how to delete the rewrite branch remotely via the command line. I think it's like git branch. It's like a git push, and then I have to like delete the branch there. Git push, delete, origin, rewrite. Oh, it wouldn't be origin rewrite. It'd be like that. Ooh, I don't remember. Let's just do it. We'll just do it via the GUI way. Okay, Okay, rewrite, delete you. Easy. Okay, git pull, and we'll prune. Okay. So I think we're, I want to create the, so let's do get, let's switch, let's create the solution branch. Git push dash u origin that, git push u origin solution that. Okay, so that creates the solution branch. Switch back to main branch. So we're not done yet. I forgot. We have to first sort of undo and remove all the stuff that's not part of the solution to make it actually work. The old shorthand was to prefix the branch name with a colon, get push. Yeah, I remember, because the colon was local to remote or something like that. And so it's basically pushing nothing to remote. And I remember they created a new syntax for it that was like safer to use and better, but I forget what it was. I so rarely delete branches like that. It would have been better for me to delete the remote branch via GitHub first, because I could have switched to that branch and I think deleted it easier from there. I think it's a little bit harder to delete a remote branch from main locally, but I don't know. I just don't remember the right syntax anymore. I don't think the GitHub CLI has any easy way to deal with it too. It's ironic that we've forgotten the nice new syntax that's easy and safer to use. And we remember the hard to use, dangerous syntax that is very easy to accidentally delete the main branch. Okay, so what do I want to do to delete this? I kind of want to just remove entity and migration fully. Like these two folders need to be just completely removed. So let's do that. Can I do that here? So I'm gonna do console delete for entity. Yes. Oh, I can. So delete migration. Okay, in source. DB. Okay, so we have author queries. I kind of like, okay, so I kind of like having the query folder here, but let's remove all this thing. So we have like insert author. And then I kind of want to just like delete like this, and the result. I'll let them choose whatever result system they want. So if I do that, oh, you know what I could, okay, I could keep the result. Do that, and then we need to put it to do. Is that what I want to do? Maybe. Or I could have this return. Oh, we could keep the same models there. We can keep the models. I kind of like that. So we're going to return. Let's go back. Okay, so if we're going to do this, then I want all the logic is gone here. And I replace it with a to-do. So many problems. Okay. Probably should have done this before removing those other folders, but it's fine. So I want to put in documentation here for these. We can do something like insert a single author into the database and return the model author. Get a single author given an ID and return that author with their books. If you're using, well, I guess like not if you're using or something like that, get the books in the same query as the author. Because I think if somebody's not used to working with databases, they might say, okay, I'm going to get the author, and you just do a single query, get the author, and it's like, okay, now let's go get the books and do a second query. It's like, but that's the point. We have the relation. Okay, so this one is get all authors, and with their books added to their models. I do, let's see, do I want to say something similar to this? Get the books and authors together in the same query. All right, atomically update. Is it atomically? Is that a word? Or did I just say atomic update? Update an author. Don't allow the ID to be updated. It's called TomTom. TomTom update the author. I think TomTom just tells you how to update the author, right? Or how to get to the update. Okay, so atomic update an author. Don't allow the ID to be updated, even if it's passed in the author object. Okay. So hard, delete, and author. We want this should also remove the author's relationship with a book if they had it. Don't run a second query to delete that relationship. So they should use the cascade. I should probably search when I'm doing that till the next parentheses. I used to remember what search in line was. I don't remember that anymore. Okay, so that's the query. Okay, so this is an author queries. Update the README. Okay, so instructions. Rubric tables to create. Let's see. Where do I want to put this? Maybe under instructions before rubric. Okay, so file. Well, I don't know. Maybe I won't do that. Maybe I don't need to put anything in there. Okay, so that's author queries, book author queries. Well, actually, you know what? Let's also just remove all of these use statements too. So we have these. I guess we can use error result. Okay, so use create models author. So I want can I get everything to be happier if I recreate those? So if I do cargo new migration, cargo new entity. Like happy is going to be a relative word because like all those things are missing in there. But I think this might be slightly happier. As in it will give me warnings and errors and all that fun stuff. Yes, kind of. All right, so we have these are missing. That's great. Okay, there we go. So you're happy there. So then book author queries. Let's do the same thing here. Yeah, I actually get help with this now. Okay. This is insert the join table, insert I guess I create a row in the book author join table to associate an author with a book. I don't believe this ever gets run, so I don't think I ever need this. Okay, book queries. Okay, we want to insert a single book into the database. And return a book. Okay, so get a single book from the database given an ID and return it with its with the authors that have written that book. Get the authors and book together in a single query. Okay. If I come back to here, I want to select until that. Ooh, but that doesn't work. Okay, so I want to... I'm in visual mode, so I can do something like that. So I would like to go there. But that doesn't actually take me there. I remember how to do that in Vim, but not in Helix. Is there like is that part of search? No search. Select. Okay, so V to go to that. That's not helpful. Okay, selecting lines. That's not also helpful. Do they not have it? Okay, so searching. Type slash to search forward in a file. Oh man, I would really love. Okay, so what I would really love to do is, like, let's say I want to search until that dot here, is go to visual mode, search for dot, go. Oh, is search okay? So it's okay. Visual mode, search for dot, go. That doesn't select it in visual mode. Oh, that's okay. That's what I was really hoping. Is that it would still select in visual mode. I want to buffer close you. Oh, wait. Oh, no. I just wanted to close the right. Okay, it was the same file open. It's not what I wanted. Oops. Okay. I have to redo this now. I kind of saved this, but not all of it. Okay, so get a single book from the database. Given an ID, a book ID. And return it with the associated authors. Get the authors in the same query as the book. Okay, so I think I just have to go like this. I can try to count the number of spaces for words, but I don't think that's super reliable. Am I missing something? Why are you... Oh, okay, so you have those. We'll deal with you in a second. Okay, so get all books. So get all books from the database. Okay, can I search for... Okay, I can do that at least. Okay, so atomic, update a book. Update a book. Don't allow the ID of the book to be updated. So I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. Yeah. Fortunately, the colons change it too. Okay, hard delete. Hard delete a book. In the database. Also delete any associations with authors for this book. Okay, so we can get rid of you. Get rid of you. Okay, so there's you. Okay, so it's book queries. Mod. I want us not to okay, so we could have a connect here. So you can say this function to connect to the database. Actually, I'm kind of okay with having them just figure out where to put this themselves. Which means they don't need this anymore. All right, so that's DB stuff. Models. Let's actually not do this yet. Okay, so any migration will delete later. I'll delete this stuff later. The tests are good and we'll keep those. Okay, so in source, we have the DB. Models I'll come back and delete. We have main. Is there anything in here I need to delete? So we have config, new weight, creating the config. So I think that's fine. Let's see, the library. Okay, so I have the app config like that. We're passing in the config to run. Okay, everything's okay. So I don't think I need to touch anything in here. Config itself. Okay, so config I need to update. So let's not have a database connection in here. We just have you. We can delete you. Okay, so that creates the config. Now the config only has the address and the port, which means we can update create router. We don't pass in the config then. I know, and you're upset. Okay. I know. Okay, so that should make you happier. Okay, so then config, router. All right, obviously a lot of stuff going on right here. So we have to add this state in. Okay, so routes are created for CRUDing. For you for handling CRUD actions, you will need to update those handlers to actually like run the code, like run the actions to do the things. You may want to add a state or extension with a database connection, so that your route handlers won't need to connect to the database on their own. Okay, there's that. And then you're just really upset for good reasons. But okay, we have all these things in here. And I think these are good. So we don't have an app config. Okay. And then in router, we're going to go into you and start updating you. So we can technically make you happier by just doing the same thing we did previously. Where we say, create an author in the database. Okay, create an author in database and return that the created author. Okay, so we won't take in state. We'll take in the JSON with the author, which is the new author to create, and then we'll return a result with the status code and JSON. I wonder if I want to update these. I might want to just say, because like we already did an assessment for like, hey, do a status code. You take in a new author like that, and you're going to return something. If I do that, you're going to just not work, right? You might work. We delete all of you. And give you a to-do. Warnings are fine. Okay, so given an ID, so taking an ID in a path, okay, so taking an ID, given it a path, and get the author with its books from the database. You were looking at the NeoVim subreddit yesterday. You went back, yeah. And you never knew that C# supports method chaining on class declarations. Method chain it. How does that even look? So like you're doing new class and then dot? Like, okay, so you do like new class, parentheses, put in the stuff for the constructor, and then yeah, just wrapping my head around that is having a little bit of trouble. Is this just a good getaway for me to get back into Reddit? I haven't logged in. I've gone to like a couple links in a logged out browser when it was like a Google search, but I haven't gone to Reddit. I don't know, for a long time now. Okay, take in an ID given in a path and get the author with its books from the database. Okay, so then so remove that. We have you. So I kind of, maybe I'll just do this. You have to set that up. Let's just do that. You have to set that up. JSON. You have to be that too. You cut way back once in a blue moon. You accidentally just type it in. Yeah, it if it's a habit, habits are so difficult to break. It's I found that doing something else, like replacing a habit with another habit, seems to be the best way to go. All right, let's see what this is. Make sure that Reddit doesn't expose anything for me. No, okay, they're fine. I'm logged out too. All right, so what do we have here? We have, okay, so a public class. Oh, it's in. Okay, so get customer endpoint. This is, it's been a while since I've done anything C++. Wait, is this C# or C++? C#, okay. This is the extends, right? So it's, we're defining a class, get customer endpoint. It extends endpoint basic sync without request. So is that like a parent of endpoint base sync? So we're really extending with action result. Is that what it is? I'm really extending with action result, but we have to get there through the parent tree of endpoint base sync. Or are these actually methods, like customizations in the class? This is weird. Yeah, I've never seen this before. It feels almost like it's a way to customize what you're extending. Okay, so we can't see the base here. That would have been interesting to see if we could see where the endpoint-based sync was. But yeah, that's an interesting find. You're just browsing the NeoVim subreddit and seeing that. You had no clue what you were looking at. Just that you can do it. You can safely say that's the first time you've seen that in any language. That's true too. And I thought the diamond inheritance idea was like already pushing it in my brain. But that's a new one. Okay, so atomic update the author given the ID and a path and an author. Even if the ID is passed in with the author, JSON, don't update the author ID in the database. So I guess if I'm doing this, I can get rid of the entire database section, and then the learner can go through and create that themselves. I kind of like that a little bit more. Which means if I do that, then I don't even need any models. Ooh, okay. So I kind of like that. Because if I do this, then I could just delete everything then, which might make sense. Okay, so I just do all those things, then back to here. So hard delete the author in the database. Also, delete the relationship with the author's books. Okay, so if I do this, I want to... Let's actually just delete this entire DB section. That could be something that you potentially have to create yourself. So if I do that, Then also I probably want to delete the models too. So there's a lot to be deleted here. Which means that I probably can safely delete these, like safely delete these, because we're not going to be using them anymore. So here, we'll delete you again. Entity. Okay, so router, you're gonna be upset. I'm okay with not putting in the super error response because that might confuse some people. We don't have the app config. I don't have those queries. I don't have the models. I don't have any of those. So we just have these. Nope, did not mean to do that. I'm gonna go down. Okay, so insert a single book into the database and return it to the caller. Okay. Get a single book from the database and include its related authors. Get all the books with their authors from the database. Okay. Atomic update a book given its ID. And book JSON. Don't allow the caller to update the book ID in the database, even if they pass in the ID. Do you think there's any like hardcore like atomic like are there any hardcore like sort of definition fans that are going to like yell at me about using the word atomic but not updating the ID when it's passed in because that's like not atomic? Then I'm not updating like everything in the line. Okay, so also delete the relationship between this book and its authors. Okay, so that should be happy. Go to here. We're good to go. So that's book. So author, book is updated. Book author is next. Okay, so create the relationship between a single book and author. Okay, so for you, are there any things we want to change in here? So we have use, okay, so mod for those things, use for those. Oh, I want to get rid of this error response. Okay, so use books, Axum routing, so all those things, those are fine. Okay, so that's router. Config is fine in here. The main library. Okay, so we need to get rid of some of you. So we don't have a DB, we don't have models anymore. So we have the app config, we have the result, we have the create router. And we do all that stuff. Okay. And then main, you should be happy. Okay, so part of this will be updating. Oh, you don't know how to update a cargo toml file? Oh no. Okay, hold on. We need to fix that. Okay, so I want to do extension. Oh, what is this? There's a way I could do this all in one line. I forget exactly what it is. I did it in my other profile though. I bet I can go find that. Oh, I thought I had. Apparently, oh no, it's not my, okay, so it's actually my day job's work computer. I set it up, which I don't have here with me. So I don't remember what I did. I think, oh, I did stuff with the mime thing. Okay, so I did, right, because we could do commas. So I could do the extensions, and then we have commas with the other thing. So in the default rifle configuration, they have a fallback that pretty much catches everything. Yeah, the generic file openers are what really get you though. So where's my... Okay, so caret I think starts with text. So I think what I could do is I can say I want mime that starts with text. Okay, so every text thing I want to open up with helix using I guess editor. $A. No, $at. Okay, so I want that. And then if you're a specific one of these things, I want to update you. So that's not the right comment. So I'll deal with that later if I need to. So I want, okay, everything that's text, that has MIME text, open up with helix for this one. Okay, so if I come back to here, we quit out of view and I restart. Let's go back and find these. In cargo tummel, now this, you did not find the file. Okay, so it knows to open it here. That apparently did not work. Do I need quotes around editor? So I want helix. Editor dash $at. That looks like what it has. Ooh, but it can't find it. So it knows the editor is that. Huh, interesting. Yeah, if I hit return or next, doesn't really change anything. What did I do wrong here? So okay, so if you're text mime, then run okay, open up editor. I thought that this $at is supposed to open it up in the file that it has. Am I missing something? Okay, am I missing something with the at? I don't have to like state that ahead of time, right? Okay, the command can contain these environment variables. So $@ is all selected files. $1 through $9 is the nth selected file. So I could do $1, and then the dash dash, I think, is to hand it to the thing, right? Maybe I don't need the dash dash. Okay, hand it all the selected files to the editor with Helix. Oh, wait. I did Helix. Okay. Haha, that's probably what the problem was. I want to do something like this. Okay. Helix, editor, open up all these things. There we go. That opens it up. So that works. All right. Let's see here. So name all that stuff is fine. I want to, okay, so we're going to keep Axum. .env stuff. We're going to keep error. We're going to keep rand. We're going to keep request a need for testing. CRM we're going to remove. Certain I'm going to keep. Token I'm going to keep. Tracing. I'm going to remove migration and entity. Keep those. And then I'm going to remove the workspace stuff here too. That might just magically start making this compile because I've removed everything that it cares about. It does. Okay, so everything is compiling now. Okay, so and then you're all happy now. Let's just jump into one of these files. Oh, okay. So now you don't know how to open up an RS file. Fine. So apparently you're not MIME text. So this we can do if you're not MIME text, but you are extension RS. Then open up editor. That. Okay. You are, let's see, we're going to let LSP load everything up. And let's see, what warnings do we have? Unused import for status code. Okay, that's fine. Get rid of you. No unused warnings. Check should, okay, so not formatted correctly. I wish I could format all files from here, but I don't have that ability. I'll have to do it here. Okay, code formatted, cargo check passed, Clippy is happy, and the tests are not passing. Everything we wanted. All right, so let's do a quick tour again. All right, so in here, we have our source. Our router has very basic routes, set up for these. Book author setup. Okay, so you're all good. So if you run the tests, it should hit all those to-dos. Okay, config. Actually, I'm curious if I do run these tests. We see the to-dos here, right? Yeah, not yet implemented all over the place in this log here. That should make it easy. And then everything else is just error. Okay, you're all happy here. What was that? Okay, so target, don't need to worry about that. Tests. Okay, so all the tests are okay. They shouldn't be referencing anything outside of it anyways. You can double check. Okay, you're good. Cargo lock is okay. Cargo toml, that's okay. Now it needs to be updated. Okay, so check the output isn't get ignore. Okay, we have our check, we have our compose, and we have our readme. Excellent. Okay, so everything I believe is good. Deleted so many things. All right, so we reset for running through or taking the assessment. All right, and that is pushed up. This assessment is ready to go. Okay, let's see. Coming up, testing. I want to be able to create automated integration tests and automated unit tests. Yeah, I think like that's... I don't know how to assess this though. I think this I might just switch these to be like that. Deploying. Okay, so set up GitHub Actions to run tests. I'm actually okay. Okay, we're not going to do auth0. So I've decided not to do authentication as part of this. It's just too many moving parts, too many. I don't think it's right to force auth0 onto people. A local one would be better, but also not necessarily all that helpful. So I'm going to potentially have that be future modules. I think these might... I don't know how to do assessments with these two. So I think I'll just skip that and it'll just be lessons. We have security being lessons. Okay, security and introduction to the project. Unlike the other course that I did on YouTube, instead of a project of my choice that you have to follow, this will be a project of your choice. So okay, web server. this I can probably do an automated assessment on, or I guess some kind of assessment on. We have serving static files. Yeah, I bet we can do this. So I want to create. Okay, so this will be web server. Let's it's 8:30. Let's go ahead and set up an assessment for this, and then we'll obviously start writing it for reals tomorrow. So I can go ahead and close this. Ooh. Oh, you're super happy. I've lost that. You're part of my PSQL connection. I can't control C. Oh, I can. I was able to control D it. All right. Okay. All right. So let's go to code. Code builds Axum assessments. All right, we're gonna do a we have no new Rust version. Okay, so let's cargo new. What is this gonna be? I'm gonna do Axum assessment. I guess web server. All right, we want to copy in the README and check to here. All right. Introduction to this assessment and why it's important. All right, so create a web server, or I guess like we can create a web server where we can use Axum. Okay, that's serve static files. Okay, so serve static files and rendered HTML. This repo will assess your ability to guess I don't need that like first that first part if I'm gonna say this. Let's do that. This repo will ability to use Axum to create web servers that serve static files and render HTML. Okay, objectives. This assessment is checking the following skills. So we'll do serve static files, render HTML. Okay, we don't need a database for this. That one should be fine. Rubric. Okay, so we'll have the rubric here too. All right, so what do we need to do? We need to update. I guess we want to work on tests first. There's going to be some front-end tests, and there's going to be some, I guess, just like API tests for this. I wonder if I can get away with doing front-end tests only for this, and then we can just have like something like Playwright testing this. I don't think there's any really great front-end sort of like testing crates that I would trust to run on everybody's system yet. Playwright, though, I think we can trust that. The only problem is that you have to have Node on your system if you want to run the tests, which I guess if you're doing web development, you probably have it. That being said, can I cheat? I might be able to cheat. Because we can determine what a rendered HTML file should look like. And we do a GET request, and it should include that. That should work, right? So all right, so if I let's take tests. I already have Helix open over there. Let's I don't need you open it here too. Okay, I will absolutely need Tokyo. Okay, so async function. Oh, interesting. There's that dot at the right of my cursor that looks like a space, but I can't move past it. That must be another symbol for something else, like the end of the line or something, or the end of the file. Okay, so this will be should. So I guess like there's a couple things we want to assess here. We should get a static file. I'm gonna want error. Okay, so we should get a static file. There is, I can do skip. Was it like skip test? It's not test. What is it? Delay. Don't run. Oh, ignore. That's what it is. Ignore. With the reason not implemented. Or maybe I should say like to do. To do. Okay. Next one. Tokyo test. We're gonna ignore this too. All right, so this all right, so we should be able to get a static file. We should get a 4.0. Okay, so if we're doing a web server, a basic web server where you get a static file, you get a 404 page. Oh, you know what I probably want to do? You don't get a 404 page. If you don't hit anything, you get index to HTML. So should get index. So it should get index instead of 404. Okay, so should get a static file, should get an index, should get index instead of 404. And then I think this should be like, should get rendered indexed. And this should also be that. Should get rendered index instead of 404. That's kind of what we need with web servers, right? We just need the rendered index, and then the front-end framework takes over from there and does the front-end rendering and all that stuff. If you, no matter what you go to, or you can get static files. I suppose we should put CORS headers on here too. Should we? No, because if you're rendering to this one, it's the exact same origin, and it's fine. Because it's going to itself locally. So locally is maybe not the right word, but it's going to its own thing. It's not like a separated deployment, so CORS shouldn't be a problem. Okay. I think this is all we need from this. We can start playing with this. Probably next time, since it's 8:40 now. I don't have time to actually start actually doing real coding with this. Let's see what else on our plan. We have some stuff up here. Passing state into route handlers. Yeah, I don't know a good way to do the state with this one, so I'm going to switch this over and just have that be a lesson also without an assessment. So by just waving my hand and saying, yeah, I'm just not going to do it, we can say that this is going to be the last sort of graded assessment as part of the course. And then it will be article/video writing time. So that's good. And this web server, hopefully, so tomorrow's going to be a short stream because it's Wednesday. And I have to go into work. So we get around 45 minutes or so for the stream. I don't know if I'm going to be able to completely do the assessment tomorrow. But then we have 2 long streams coming up Thursday, Friday. I can't imagine us not getting this done by the end of the week. I would imagine that we're going to be able to start working on videos before the end of the week. You know, almost definitely by Monday. Assuming that nothing weird happens and takes my attention away, or I can't stream, or something else goes on. So that being said, I do announce if I can stream onto Discord. So if something does happen and it prevents me from doing any work, I will announce there. So this is where we're going to leave it off for right now. Tomorrow we'll jump back into this with the new assessment. Thank you for coming, Demolroy. Awesome having you and everybody else here. And thank you, Stacking, for the weirdness with C#. That is weird. I do want to learn a little bit of C# to jump into some Unity type stuff. I need to do that for my day job, so it will be maybe I'll take a look at that to see if that's something I want to use or avoid and run screaming from it like the plague. So we don't know. So anyways, with that, everybody have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all tomorrow morning. Bye.